Hey there, it's David H. Lawrence, the 17th. A couple things happened to me this past weekend that I wanted to share with you because they're kind of tied together. I was talking to an actor up in San Francisco who was lamenting how many auditions she needs to go out on just to get a callback, how many callbacks she needs to get put on hold or get a pin, how many of those she needs to ever actually book. I mean, bookings are light. It's crazy. And at the same time, I was made aware of an article in Barron's about the current state of affairs in employee employer, job interview, job applicant, job hiring relations with regard to a new trend, which I don't know if you've heard of this or not. Never happens in our business. I'm not kidding. I would be shocked if this ever happened of job applicant and job ghosting. So in our business, we've been variously, depends, the number changes every so often, but variously we've been told that it takes the average SAG actor 200 auditions to get one booking. And that the number of submissions by agents and by actors to a particular role can be 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. It's crazy. So when you think about how little time a casting director has, yeah, so it makes sense. And because there are so many people who self-identify as actors, there's a lot more supply than there is demand for what we do for a living. So it makes sense, right? There's a lot less work than there are people that can do the job, and there are a lot of people applying for the job that aren't qualified to do the job. So it just makes it harder all around for everybody. But when you go to the general world of job applicants, the changes that have occurred in how people find work have led to some pretty strange behaviors. First of all, this is a world now of online applications, Indeed and Monster and there's a million different job sites that you can go to and ways you can get jobs that have nothing to do with job sites like LinkedIn or referrals or word of mouth. Anyway, the point is that there's this new trend called job applicant ghosting. And I read about it in a Barron's article, and I've put the link to that article in the blog post for this video. It's crazy. People will go through the entire application process, all the way out through putting their applications in, maybe writing an essay. Who knows what's required for the job? Background checks, interviews, multiple interviews, meeting the team. Who knows? And then at the last minute, these applicants disappear. Or they get offered the job. They take the job. And after the first day of work, they disappear. It's called ghosting. Ghosting happens on dating apps and in social media and with relationships these days. It's crazy. Ghosting is stopping all communications with someone without saying goodbye, without saying why, without leaving behind any, you can find me here, just like, no, we're done. And not even saying, no, we're done. You don't hear from them anymore. And the reason this is happening is, I think, a reaction to what it's been like for employers. The job market has been, up until now, up until recently, very much an employer's market. They were able to get away with talking to a lot of different people, and there were a lot of people who wanted to vie for really great jobs, and so it led to some behaviors by employers that were not the nicest, and they didn't care because it was a buyer's market for as far as they were concerned. Well, now it's a seller's market. Now the job opportunities are plentiful and there are fewer job applicants to fill, really great job applicants to fill those jobs. And there's a whole generation or two of people who watched their parents get raked over the coals by the company or companies or industries that they thought would be able to take them into their retirement, but yeah, we're closing the company. We're selling the company. Yeah, your retirement plan, it's actually bankrupt. Yeah, we don't have any more money. We thought we'd have money, but all that money you put in, gone. They see that, and their allegiances are not likely to be very high for anybody who wants to hire them these days. This whole idea of ghosting, though, really? Yeah, they accept the job, they come in on Monday, and then they don't come in on Tuesday or ever again. And you never hear from them. Yeah, and they don't care. They have absolutely no reason to feel upset or embarrassed or anything. Now, take that. Those numbers are very similar. The actual number that I've heard is that employers offer a job to only 0.4% of the applicants. And what does that work out to? 1 in 200 or so. And so that statistic is the same for us in performing. But can you imagine an actor or a voiceover performer ghosting a casting director or a producer or a video game director? Or, I mean, I can't imagine it happening. And I've seen, some members of younger generations do some pretty whack things when it comes to what, why not? Like, the extra, the young lady who decided to start tweeting from the season finale of Glee a few years ago what the secret plot line was, and her reaction when she was screamed at by the director and creator of the show when Ryan came into the room and's like, "Where is Nicole so and so?" She's like, "What? Why didn't you just take away our phones? Like, what did you want us to do?" So there have been some crazy behaviors, but I've never known a performer to ghost a production. Have you? I mean, am I missing something? Did I miss a story somewhere along? I just can't see it happening. It's so hard to get jobs in our business to begin with. But my question for you is, have you ever ghosted anybody in any other situation? A relationship? A non-performing job, like a day job or um, a survival job, or in any situation. Have you done that? Has it been done to you? Have you been running something and just somebody decided to stop showing up? Let me know in the comments below. There's a comment box below this video. If you'd like to be on my list, go ahead and join the list. We'll let you know when these videos come out. We're doing one a day for this year. If you'd like to see the latest episode of these videos that I've done, go ahead, click on that frame there, and YouTube will play it for you, because that's what they do. I'm David H. Lawrence, the 17th. I'll be here. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.